Hey athletes, how are you today? Today we're going to be going over the dumbbell tripod row. Some of the best techniques to do with this and a couple of variations to isolate some different muscles and strategies for your own personal development. So dumbbell tripod row, we're going to need a bench and a dumbbell. I like to set up with one foot on the bench. I personally like to hook this foot around the back of the bench. It gives me a nice good support and keeps me from really being able to isolate, to rotate. If my foot's off the edge, I see people sometimes moving their hips and I want to keep that core and thoracic spine locked and engaged. So I keep that toe wrapped around the back of the bench, other foot out nice and wide, and body more forward than it feels like it should be. All right, a lot of times if we're bunched up here like this, we get this rounded back thing that happens, which is just really, really bad for our spine to be engaging in that position. We always want to maintain a nice, flat, plank-like back, no slack in the back. So by bringing that hand out a little bit further, it forces me to elongate out a little bit, makes it a little more dynamic on the core, so you get a little bit better ab and lower back strength, but it's also going to stabilize that spine more. For our pull, thumb is going to be facing forward the entire time. We're going to bring the elbow back as we come up, bring the dumbbell up towards our chest. All right. We also want to make sure we are not ripping. This isn't a chainsaw row where we're working the body and twisting through. We're trying to isolate that lat engagement and that shoulder engagement. If I bring the dumbbell up a little closer towards my hand and pull from here, you'll see it'll work more of my upper back and shoulders. If I keep it back lower, it's going to engage more of my lats as my arm is doing more of a pull down motion. So with some weight, we establish ourselves, good square shoulders. Notice my shoulders not dropping out of the socket. And my back's nice and flat. Engage, contract, come down, controls. For lat engagement, we keep it back a little bit further. If I want to go into shoulder engagement, I can come up a little bit higher. Not the best way of working that upper back and shoulders, but definitely a possibility. I much prefer to keep that weight back, elbow in nice and tight as we pull up towards the lower ribs. That is our dumbbell tripod row. Give it a try. Check your programming. Make sure you're doing this for the assigned reps or the tempos as they're assigned. Enjoy.